Here we are right before the all-Canadian matchup between the Saskatchewan Junior Pats and Team Brick Alberta. Joining me is number 92 from the Toronto Pro Hockey, Luke Attard. Off air, Luke was telling me why he chose number 92, and it's a great story. Tell us why.
Because the captain of the Colorado Avalanche, Gabriel Landeskog, has came to my house before, and he's my favorite player, and he inspired me to wear number 92.
It's pretty cool. He lives right down the street from you.
Yeah.
Talk about this tournament, Luke, and how much it's been enjoyable playing here, not only in the mall, but with the teams, and actually playing game 1 of game 2 here on Friday.
It was very cool because I get to experience playing in this mall, and this tournament's really big for me, and I just want to win it.
Is this your first time in Edmonton?
Yes.
What have you enjoyed doing here in Edmonton besides playing just hockey here at the Ice Palace?
I liked walking around the mall, seeing all the stuff, get to experience how big the mall is, and just have fun with my friends.
Your team, Toronto Pro Hockey, started off a little slow,
Yep.
losing the first game 2-1 to your fellow rivals, Toronto Bulldogs.
Yeah.
But you pulled together 4 consecutive wins. What has the coach been telling you guys between each game just to keep the momentum rolling, now finally finishing up here with one more game this afternoon?
Play as a team, keep your feet moving, and just work hard.
Working hard is most important. Now, between games, like you said, we played this one now, and you play in a few short hours. What's going to be important to make sure we're ready to go here in a couple of hours?
Well, we got to get some food in our body, hydrate, and take a nap.
Taking a nap. Okay, what would you like to do if you could, if you weren't playing hockey? What would you be doing back home right now?
Back home, I'd probably be hanging out with my friends, or maybe at the park or something.
What's your go-to meal for a pregame?
Pasta.
Going with the pasta. Luke, talk about some of your teammates. How impressive was it that we saw both defensemen scoring today in Gowing and Leo Chen?
I was very happy for them. I think it was Gowing's second goal with us as a team. And I was very happy to see Leo score.
It's fantastic to see. Now, hopefully we get some more defensive scoring as well as the offense. You guys are rolling on all cylinders, 4 in a row. What's going to be the important part of the next game for you guys to finally come up with another 3 points to end this round-robin action?
I think we got to work hard, play as a team, and put the puck in the net.
Luke, how many of these players on your team have you played with before? Talking about the chemistry and putting it together for a week long here at the Brick Invitational.
I've played with a few of them. I played with Josh Hackett, Sal Ezekiel, Dylan Lamborn, and that's it.
So it certainly helps out having some understanding some of how the players work prior to this tournament.
Yeah.
All right, last question before I let you go, Luke. Who would you like to say hi to back home watching?
My friend Noah and John, and my Nana and Nanu watching from our house.
That's number 92, Luke Attard, with us from Toronto Pro Hockey. I'd like to say thanks so much for joining us, bud, and have a great little rest before we see you later this afternoon.
Okay, thank you.
Right on. This has been Theo with ASTV. We're going to be right back with you. I have to take a quick break. We need to go straight to ice for the teams here. The all-Canadian matchup between Saskatchewan Junior Pats and the Brick Alberta.
Welcome back inside West Edmonton Mall as we get ready for game number 4 of the day as the host team, Team Brick Alberta, takes on Team Saskatchewan as neighboring provinces will go head-to-head here and wrap it up for Team Brick Alberta. It is the second last game for Team Saskatchewan, and I wouldn't call it a nothing game as every player wants to, keep playing in this atmosphere under the lights, West Edmonton Mall in front of these fans, but both teams know their situation already through 5 games. Brick Alberta cannot be caught by any team, including BC and Boston, both too far out. So Brick Alberta will get that 3rd place playoff spot in the Wigston division, and Saskatchewan unable to get into the playoffs as well. However, the Pats haven't won yet, and you know that the Saskatchewan Pats would like to go away from this tournament with a victory.
As much as the Team Brick would like to continue their momentum, and they have to do so, Team Saskatchewan like to play spoiler and end this tournament on a high note, defeating that neighboring province and taking away 3 points from the Brick. At the same time, the Brick needs to work on continuing to build their offense and play that stingy game that they've done throughout the tournament. Not being too over-aggressive, not being over-placement, but playing conservative, strong hockey all 3 periods.
As we get down now to ice level and take a look at the 2 teams, as we mentioned, Saskatchewan, they're 0-4 in the tournament. One of their losses coming in overtime. So they got the 1 point, currently tied there with Pennsylvania, among the bottom of the Styles division. But Team Brick Alberta 3-2 and 10 points. They're unable to catch Montreal and Connecticut, but we know the 3 teams that are going to be in the playoffs in the Styles division. Team Brick Alberta won't know their opponent till after the Connecticut Junior Rangers play, because if they lose in regulation, it will be Montreal leapfrogs Connecticut, and Connecticut will play the Brick. If not, if Connecticut picks up any points at all, then it will be Montreal taking on the Brick tomorrow morning, with Connecticut getting the bye. As for the Wigston division, still anyone's guess. The only thing we know is that Team Minnesota is in the playoffs. Toronto Bulldogs, Toronto Pro Hockey, and Manitoba Junior Ice all still have a chance to try to get into the playoffs. For the Manitoba Junior Ice, they need to win in regulation and need a little bit of help. Either Toronto Pro Hockey needs to lose, or Manitoba Junior Ice needs to beat the Toronto Bulldogs by more than 2 goals, and then Toronto Pro Hockey needs to win, and they'll find themselves into the playoffs as well. So the Wigston division a little bit more confusing than the Styles division. All we know right now is that Saskatchewan trying to pick up a win in their second last game, and Brick Alberta, final game here of the round robin, want to keep it off on the right foot and head in with momentum into the playoffs.
Momentum would be huge for Team Brick as they would like to continue on. We know that there's...
As it's Saskatchewan down to our left, Alberta down to our right, and we'll get a message of reconciliation from Chief Willie Littlechild and tonight's national anthems. teams will exchange gifts. It's the final game of the round robin for Team Brick Alberta, looking to go to 4-2 and jump up to 13 points with a regulation win. Just a testament to how well Connecticut and Montreal have done. The two teams above them, that the Brick with a 4-2 record can't catch either team in the division.
No, and unfortunately, well, fortunately for us, we get to see Saskatchewan Junior Pats white jerseys for the first time for Rory and I. Look, we're not going to call them the Regina Pats yet, because even though those jerseys look fantastic, this is representing the entire province of Saskatchewan, as the boys have done a great job throughout the week, and they will be to our broadcast left, as Team Brick sporting the red and whites, very much a national-looking jersey with the Canadian flag. So we'll see who are the starting netminders for both squads here.
In net for Saskatchewan is Luke Brisebois, going to get the second last start. He stopped 33 of 41, an .805 save percentage, and a .390 goals against average. As we get a look for Team Brick Alberta, they separate the front of the net. Word between goaltenders. And in net for Team Brick Alberta
will be Brindley Nault.
Brindley Nault. We take a look at his prior performance here. Stopping 21 of 23, so a .919 save percentage and a .186 goals against average. Dylan Lavallee has played the heavier bulk of games at 155 minutes, but Brindley Nault will get the final start here as teams come to center ice. Puck is dropped and we're underway with Game 4. Here now in your afternoon of Friday of the Brick Invitational. Renneberg trying to slide it in. He's been impressive this tournament for Saskatchewan. Along the line with Lavallee and trying to find that one. LaBelle. Roll it back into the corner. Renneberg. And Kennedy. Kessler Kennedy now after a loose puck. So LaBelle, Kennedy, and Renneberg going to start this off. Leading point getters for Saskatchewan. Up top, Phillips back down the wall. Kennedy trying to shake off Cohen St. Louis out in front, and almost an opportunity there for Saskatchewan. Phillips' shot. This one hit a body. Trying to roll back down into the corner. Found on the wall. Phillips holds it again. St. Louis trying to jam it out. Pinballs off a leg. Kim can't clear, and now he can. Ian Kim, 1-on-2, trying to get wide into the slot. Kim fires, rebound chance. As big save by Brisebois. Went off the top of his pad. And a rebound given. Now Gran. He'll lead the charge back inside the attacking zone. Gran, top of the circle. Trying to work it back free. Does. Gran finds a little real estate and almost navigated through 4 of the Alberta defenders there.
Good starting minute by both teams going up and down as we get our first icing call here, just out of the reach of one of the Saskatchewan Junior Pats defensemen, one of the B-boys, Jared Byer.
As Brian and Byer will be defensive pairing. Most likely see Stevens with Phillips. Back up, Brian with the shot. That one ricochets, hit a man back behind the play in Jackson Kramer. Now those two will tie up. Unable to hold with Schendel, but Brian will. Schendel going back down low. Battled against Gillespie. Another scrum ensues. Savage trying to peel out of the pile. Gillespie's going to come out with it for Alberta. Poke it up near side. Here's Gillespie. Brian, great little stick check at center ice, but then it was followed up by White to knock Gillespie in. Savage will steer it away. He's got a guy right on his back in Hipkins. Trying to get wider on Savage, or around Hipkins. Good idea by Savage just to lay it back down low, wait for his mates to come back on for a line change. And unable to hold the zone, though, on the far side was Byer. St. Louis stripped to the puck by Schendel. Got the all-Canadian matchup once again. Provincial neighbors. So a lot's on the line in this one in terms of bragging rights between the two counterparts. White down the left wing off the side of the net of Brisebois. Scooped up into the slot. Shot. This one rolled off by Brian. Blocked that one. And sent inside. Back around the net. Playing it up to Renneberg. A little bit too far to reach. Chinsky going to try to squeeze off the check of Renneberg. Got knocked down to the ice. Back down low is Brian. Around the boards. Up top, and this one will slip up and over the stick of LaBelle, and it'll be worked back the other way. Tucker Tilsley On to Brian, and he'll send her right back in. But icing going to be called. 8:58 left here in the first period.
That puck was fired a little too hot past Ireland, unable to get a hold of it. And we get the officials calling the first icing of the afternoon. We're in the afternoon finally, 12:30 start here in the Ice Palace, West Edmonton Mall. The sun is still shining.
Very bright now.
A little bit of water on the ice still, maybe from the Zamboni perhaps. But the ice still holding up here early in the afternoon.
It's been one of the warmer days. Long shot from the point. That one off the top of the crossbar. It's been one of the warmer days for sure in this week of the Brick Invitational here today.
The ice has been fortunate to have a lot of cloudier skies last night with the thunderstorms, but the sun is shining and the weather is a little warmer, like we said, down to our base layers, if you will.
It is on both goaltenders now to try and deal with the sunlight, as it's covering about 85-90% of the ice surface is the sun right on top of the dome of West Edmonton Mall. Now Grant going to try to hold this in. He'll send it down the wall. St. Louis after it. My apologies. Tough not to say St. Louis when you have, a 15-year veteran like Marty St. Louis, the last same name, but it is St. Louis, Cohen St. Louis here on Alberta. And now near side, back out. Feder going to jam it right back in. Trying to lead this one is Anderson. Overskated it back in. A chance. Wrist shot. Stopped by Breezewa. That one came out of the stick of Wyatt Olson.
First shot for Breezewa came off the pad. The second one there, gloved by the netminder. He holds on without a rebound to get a face-off to the glove side. Here with 7:45, just 2 shots recorded for Team Brick Alberta.
Fought back in. Another one for Olson. Backhand and right up to the task was Breezewa, making his 3rd save of the game.
3rd save of the game. We'll do it all over from the same spot, just a couple seconds right after.
Chinsky on the draw against Schendel. Sorting out the near side wingers, and Anderson and Olson. Chinsky will win another draw, working it off the far side. Trying to get towards him was Merrick Feder. In towards back behind the net. And Anderson now should be able to walk this one out of the zone. He does. Quick back check, though. Great work. There's Olson. Had a couple shots on net. Now gets right back on the defensive side of the puck. Played up for McDougall. He'll knock it down. Gillespie watched with his Chinsky off the boards. That one ejected out. Covering his Schendel. Great defensive play by the centerman there of Saskatchewan. Savage knocked free, and this one's going to have to be blown down as not locked closed was the Zamboni door. You hope everyone's okay. It's just a dangerous situation there.
We don't have any personnel there to shut the door behind the Zamboni.
You want to hop down there, Theo?
Might have to, yeah. Give me a sec.
We'll get Theo. We'll get him to hop down. Are you going to fit under there? The dangerous situation is...
I can't hop down there because there's too many cords.
You have to go around?
Can you call for the rink personnel?
As we're just going to get some rink personnel in here to hop on the other side and lock the Zamboni door closed. Everyone's okay on the exchange, that little bit of a collision along the near side boards. Good to see you jump up to action, Theo. I didn't think about how it would be trying to get down there.
There is a ladder, but there's too many cords hanging around there, and if I plug something, producer Cody's gonna look at me and say, "What are you doing, man?" Like, as he's grinning from ear to ear. But we'll get one of the rink personnel here to lock up the door. It didn't get locked up after the Zamboni left, but
yeah, they didn't put the little
rods
through the locks.
The Renaissance era of the 14th century provided these locking doors and the locking gates, but we just decided not to have them locked.
As the referees wanted to get in there and close it, but realized that you can't do it unless you're on the inside of or the outside of the glass. But
and now we got to get rid of the guy that. Well, now he's locked in there until the second period.
Now he's stuck in there until the second period.
He's going to try to climb up here. Maybe he'll come join us in the press box and get an interview.
It's a commotion up here in the press box as teams wanting them to drop the puck, and they will. It is now Brian going to send it down the wall. Renneberg This job not for the faint of heart, you know, Theo. You got to act on the fly.
Yeah, we definitely need to be a little more limber in my old age. The younger Theo probably would have hopped down there and had no problem.
And bringing it back out, here comes LaBelle. LaBelle wide, got taken down, trying to follow it through in towards the front of the net is Saskatchewan. Renneberg stick checked off the puck. It's back into the corner. Kramer. The sunshine really shining down now. As in for Brian. Brian at center ice, looking to bank this one back into the attacking zone. Ran into Kennedy. Kennedy far side for LaBelle. LaBelle will stop it up, go near for Renneberg. Taps it in, heads off for a line change. Both teams due for some fuel. Back the other way comes Ireland. Ireland will get across center and smack it in. He'll complete the line change on the defensive end for Alberta. In goes Beyer, pardon me, on the far side. Kennedy. Stripped to the puck by Chinsky. Now rolls up the wall. Swain, his shot. Just jams it back down off a body in towards the corner scrum. Brian's in there, Chinsky was in there, and coming out now is Gran. Gran taking it wide, throws it into an open wing, trying to hit Kennedy, but he was all knotted up, back the other way with Klipke. Now near side pass up for Nagy. Nagy will work it back in the attacking zone, 5:20 left here in the first period, taken down, no call on the ice. And back coming out is Alberta. Gonna be a 2-on-2, Swain and Klipke. Swain wide, shot, stopped by Brisebois. He's got in the glove. Now we're going to get the off-ice official trying to get back in play here.
He's going to go hop on the ice. Or maybe squeeze by. Look at this, getting the close-up action.
That's pretty aerobic of a move.
I'm not gonna
acrobatic, I should say.
He must be getting the stretching exercises from the netminders in between games.
Well, we're finally sorted out here and got the Zamboni door locked. We got the guy out of the jail and ready to rock with 5 minutes left in the first period. Up top, shot coming, Martin scores! Off the defenseman and off the post, beating Brisebois, 1-0 Alberta.
Martin getting the pass on the top of the dots, using the junior Pats defenseman as a screen. Maybe it went off the defenseman and it went over the glove side of Brisebois. Team Brick Alberta breaking the goalless score here, making it 1-0 in the first with 5:02 left.
So back in center ice. That is Martin with the goal and just fired on net. Ricocheted off the arm of one of the defensemen in front of the net. And back out here comes Gillespie. Sliding it through is Phillips to Renneberg. Renneberg looking to return the favor. Fanned on it, going to get it back. Knock it across center ice. Kennedy. Turned over by Martin, the goal scorer. Easton Martin, and then offside against Alberta. Rowan Odie picking up the assist. And Ian Kim the assist. So Rowan Odie going up to 6 points. Martin picking up his second goal. And all the way back into the corner. And first point for Ian Kim. Now knocked into the corner. Swiped up towards Ireland. He'll send it back down around. Phillips after it. Found back behind the net, trying to send it out. Renneberg. Tied up by Kramer. In comes White. And this one steered all the way back out. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left here in the first period.
Fast-paced game yet again. We've had 4 of them in a row, back to back to back.
To back. Out comes Hipkins now. Hipkins watched by Gran. Slid in towards Saskatchewan zone. Phillips going to try to steer it back out, the defenseman. Rattles it up the wall. Hebert now gets taken down. Hipkins watching the breakout attempt for McDougall. Stolid play by White. Getting it free. Protecting it around the defenseman. Now one of the Alberta players lost his stick. Saskatchewan couldn't clear the zone. Snapped towards the net. This one will roll back into the corner. On it, off the wall, was White. Now a chance shot there from Chinsky fanned on it, may have hit a body. Swain gonna follow it up, bounce one towards the net. Stopped there by Brisebois on the pad. Brisebois has been sharp so far, 5 shots on net. The one that beat him went off his defenseman and completely changed directions on him. Now trying to break it in is Martin. Probably that's Olsen. Got taken down to the ice, back around the net. Phillips up top. Hebert, Saskatchewan been hemmed in their zone for the better half here now of the last couple minutes. Klimke sends it right back in.
Not a lot of offensive time for the Junior Pats. Trying to get those changes in, have to get out of their zone to get back into the offensive zone.
Trying to look for their first shot on net, as Nault has not been tested. Saskatchewan back in front of their own bench. Bryan playing it around the net. After it goes Byer. Byer will break it through. Finally get back down inside the attacking zone. Byer now right towards the net. He's going to go crashing hard into the post. The puck pops out. Byer looks to be okay, but a good play by Jarrett Byer, getting from end to end and getting that pressure alleviated outside of his own zone.
Over the course of the entire week, we've seen the Junior Pats defense moving that puck, getting into the play. Garrett, Steven, and Phillips doing it for most of the week. But now we see Bryan and Byer. Byer is able to get that puck against the goalpost. Just can't beat Brindley Nault.
And now Rowan Odie leads the team in points. Will send it off the boards. Turned right back around, trying to get after it. Savage. Poke checked off the puck. Back the other way comes Kim. Kim wide, dragging, firing, stopped by Brisebois. And that one had a little opening. And let's get a look at this deflection goal. As scored by Martin.
Puck ensues, goes down deep, and it comes out of the corner there. Pass comes to him right in the slot, and it hits the defenseman and caroms off to the glove hand side of Brisebois to beat him 1-0. Good looking shot by the Team Brick player.
Pardon me, 3rd assist of the tournament for Ian Kim. I believe I said first, but it's the 3rd assist. And he got the 2nd one on that goal from Martin. Now into the corner it goes. No call on the ice. So we resume 5-on-5. Fans wanted one. We got 1:33 left here in the first period.
Body contact is always one of those discretionary calls by the officials, and it's hard to call that when the player turns quickly.
Kennedy around the wall. Kennedy now. Final minute for Saskatchewan. Trying to get that tied up. Still a 1-goal game. Only goal being scored by Martin on 7 shots for Alberta. Bouncing one into the high slot. Knocked away from the danger area. And out comes Hipkins because he got a step on Kennedy. Kennedy giving him a little bit of shoves towards the wall. Hipkins shakes it free. Finds way out in front and blocked by Steven. Now Hipkins another shot. Didn't miss by much.
4 players in front of Brisebois. Hipkins tries to get the close post. Just puts it a tad wide.
LaBelle. Turn back outside the zone. Feder gets hemmed up with Hebert. Grand comes into the mix. White there as well. Olsen will knock it out of the zone. That'll force Saskatchewan to check up. They do. Quickly brought back in. There was Nagy. And back outside. In towards the scrum. And Saskatchewan joining down low. Trying to find out who's wearing number 31 on Saskatchewan. I think that's the goalie's number, Lachlan Beatty, but I'm going to assume it's not Beatty playing out forward.
No, Lachlan Beatty's wearing his blue jersey on the bench to help a player. We don't know who that is.
One of the players that I haven't called yet, I have a feeling it's Kaysen Nagy.
No, Nagy's wearing his own jersey. We've called
Have you
Nagy's
seen number
name.
3?
We saw Nagy here on the close boards.
There's no number 3, is there? Unless that's the lone guy sitting on the bench there. Yes, that is 3.
That is Nagy, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have to figure out who 31 is for the Junior Pats.
Maybe Callum Beatty.
He's the goalie.
That's Lachlan Beatty.
Callum Beatty, maybe his brother?
Yes.
Maybe.
I don't see a number 2 on the ice, so my guess. Number 2 is on the ice?
Regardless, we'll try and sort this out as soon as we can.
We might need to wait till the second period to find out who's wearing the goalie's away jersey because you do have the backup goalie, which is Lachlan Beatty, number 31. Anderson, LaBelle, Savage, Steven, Gran, definitely all playing. Hebert's playing. Renneberg's playing. Brian. Cade Greening, is there a 14? It could be Greening.
Okay, so Greening might be one.
Schendel's definitely playing.
Yeah.
Phillips is playing. McDougall's playing. Byers playing. Kennedy, Nagy, you said, you saw. So it's either Callum Beatty or Cade Greening. Greening a defenseman and Beatty a forward. So that should suit it out. Greening's on the ice. It's got to be Callum Beatty then.
There we go. Through
And
the process of
And
elimination.
it would make sense if they are brothers. They're both members of the Saskatoon Bobcat Lightning, so that would also make me believe that they are related.
But what would happen if Lachlan Beatty was in the net and Callum Beatty was still here? Like, we just maybe lost a jersey in the mix, or we don't know.
Well,
it is day 5. Usually you.
Then I'm guessing Beatty would use Breezewa's jersey, and Breezewa, the backup, would wear the darks.
We're going to go with Callum Beatty and Lachlan Beatty. Lachlan Beatty being on the bench playing
Unless
net.
Lachlan Beatty just said, hey, I want to play forward for a game, put me up there, and that's Callum Beatty in net.
You know what? Houdini sleight of hands here Friday. We don't know yet. We'll figure it out.
I believe, yes. Number 2, Callum Beatty. That's what we're going to go with right now.
us
Everyone
another-
else is on the ice.
Exactly. Throw us another loop here on a Friday. Why not?
LaBelle into a corner. This game's had it all. Zamboni doors popping open. We've locked
Lots
a guy
of water.
in jail.
Yeah. Got a piece of thing on the ice here. I don't know if that's ice or if that's a shadow up near the center, the face-off dot there.
No, there's something on the ice. Referees recognize it. They're going to go over to pick it up. Probably fell over from the crowd. And a shot coming.
Saved there by Breezebois. We'll get back to regular time action here as we're done talking about every other piece of work that's happened around here in the first period. 11:25 left in the second. Everything is all squared away, we believe.
8 shots to 1 favor Team Brick Alberta. As right now they're right in front of the net trying to bang away is Rowan Odie. He's got assist already, but stopped by Breezewa. Had a couple of jersey issues throughout the tournament. Blake Tangay had trouble with his. He had to wear a teammate's.
He was missing all of his gear, too.
That's right.
His lost in transit, we were told.
I know there was a Toronto Bulldogs player as well that had issues. We saw on social media losing his sticks and equipment in air travel.
Was that week 1 or week 2?
That was week 1.
Yeah.
Now a shot in, diving after it, and that's the first time Nault's really been tested on this game. 10:40 left in the second.
It was a long-distance shot on to Brindley Nault, but just unable to control that rebound, a little bit too far away from him for comfort, and the defenseman didn't pick it up, so he had to sprawl out and cover that for the faceoff.
So it's going to be dropped back by Gran. He'll win the faceoff, walk the line. Brian trying to skinny it down the wall. Gran right towards the net, and Nault will just secure that one in the glove and hold it for a whistle.
A little safer save there for him as it goes into the mitt, makes the glove save. We'll get a face-off from the glove side once again, just 10 seconds later.
On the draw, Gran again. 291s take the face-off as that's Chinsky for Alberta, Gran for Saskatchewan. Gran now will work in top of the circle. Another shot as Saskatchewan finding these pucks through on the net of Nault. And it'll be brought back out. Carrying it back for Alberta. Here's St. Louis. St. Louis drags, fires, stopped by Breezewa, rebound, and everyone crashed to the net. Pats didn't like that, but a big save by Breezewa, his 10th of the game.
But we're seeing that from every team here from the first 5 days of play. You make the shot on net, you go to the front of the net. And one of the things that young kids forget to do is stop at the front of the net. Because if they curl away, then they're making themselves out of position for that rebound. And we're seeing rebound play so imperative to wins and losses for these teams throughout the entire week.
In towards the corner, picked up now. It's Olsen around the net. He had a great opportunity early in the first period. Olsen lost it to Phillips. In comes Chinsky trying to hold it in, but it's steered back out. And there is Beatty, the forward, Callum Beatty, trying to knock it back out of the zone. Still moving it up ice. Got taken down. And now sent back to the blue line. Couple players down and another one. This one's going to be not called, though. Olsen fans on it. Sends it out. Breezewa paddle down. Swipe back towards the blue line. And steered back down low for Team Brick Alberta. Phillips near side. LaBelle will scoop it up and across center. LaBelle wide's got Tisley all over him. Rolling puck as well for LaBelle. Can't get that back to the point because it's intercepted by Hipkins, and Hipkins back for Saskatchewan. Or for Alberta, mind you. Hipkins shoots off the crossbar rebound. That looked like it went into me and hit the back bar above Breezewa. Fires a shot. Wouldn't matter if Hipkins slid it back in. I think we're going to need to get another look at that shot. As this one right on Breezewa. What did you see, Theo?
It looked like it could have gone under the bar as well, but the way it didn't make a loud sound, like a big ting. That's why I'm thinking it went to the below bar, but we'll have to wait and see for the next whistle.
Well, that's what I'm saying, the bar in the back of the net, the middle bar.
Like it went over the goal line. Like I thought it went over the goal line into the back bar, not the red one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I thought the puck went in the net. Oh, okay.
I'm agreeing with you, yes. Yeah. As the officials look at it, they're going to try and decide and see if they can get a bit of a replay.
We got our producer taking a peek at it, and he's saying it looks like it was off the post. We'll put it up for you on the big screen during the next stoppage of play. And now the referee is going over to check the goal judge. Did the light go off? I don't think the light went off.
I did not see a light go off, no.
It just came out so awkwardly that to me it looked like it hit the back middle bar and not the crossbar. But again, so referee's now skating over to Brick Alberta as everyone wants an explanation to what this puck hit. I don't think we're going to get a goal here. I think it's going to be 1-0, and they're keeping the score the same.
And at the same time, when a puck does come out like that, it was a wide open net for the Team Brick player. Just couldn't put the rebound away.
Turner Ripplinger over there getting an explanation. And back into the corner, near side. Steven trying to hold it in. Here's Anderson into the slot. His shot's blocked. Tisley the one getting back for that one. And Chinsky will work it back out to the blue line, lifted across center ice. Steven with possession. Almost lost it there as he had some pressure coming in from Merrick Fetter. Back out towards the defense of Brick Alberta. They'll go D-to-D, hard off the boards. That was Tisley getting support from Klimpke. Fetter's in there. It's Schendel. It's Anderson for Saskatchewan. This one finally played, but it's off a body of Chinsky. Chinsky will drive it off a body. Tried to get it deep. It was blocked nicely. I think Savage was it. Yes, it was. Scooped back up by Savage now. Knifes the back end. Back down low. 7:50 left in the second period.
So we're told by one of our producers, 31 is number 2.
Yeah, that's who we figured it was. Callum Beatty.
Just the brother Beatty.
Schendel will shoot. This one steered away by the pad there of Nault. Process of elimination was the only way to go to find out it was Callum Beatty. Here comes Fetter, though, trying to double the lead, and a shot just goes wide off the back of the net. Battling is Schendel. In for support. Here's Gran near side onto the stick of Anderson. He'll go back for Gran. Pass a little behind him. Follows it in. Knocks it in. Line change here for Saskatchewan.
Steven was joining the play there, hoping to join the rush, but he has the puck now trying to get out of the zone. Throws it into the neutral zone here.
Fetter, Martin with Odie battling it back inside the attacking zone. Steven will turn it D-to-D. Now it's up ice for Gran. Gran has Hebert with him, takes it wide. Gran in, shoots, ricochets right into the glove of the goaltender Nault. Now let's take a peek, see if we can get a little closer look on this goal. Did that not look like it was about an inch below the crossbar?
If we could have that
Can we get
look.
one more look on this one? Rewind that. Look at this. Oh, it was right there. So we're back to live play. We don't want to miss anything. We'll bring it in the next one, Cody. Let's go back to the play on the ice. It's back around the net. To me, when the puck comes out, it doesn't look like it's actually level with the crossbar, which means it had to be under, which means it had to hit the inside and back of the net.
Absolutely. Comes on a different angle off
it's weird, yeah.
post there, or whatever piece of metal it hits.
Another shot into the post. All right, let's rewind that slow-mo.
We got to find out.
Well, that's the beautiful capabilities here of replay. It's Hipkins bringing it in. Watch where the puck hits. It's tough to tell. You can't tell from that angle, but it's definitely arguable on either side. It did not count as a goal, and it remains 1-0 for the Brick Alberta. Great pull there, Cody. Thank you. Back down. It's going to be knocked around into a scrum. Finally found Tisley. Tisley got tripped up. Hipkins going to work this one out of the zone. Nice little play by White in neutral ice. He'll drag now. White fires, tracked into the glove. Breezewan, he'll hold it. He's been the busier of two goaltenders here in this game as he's faced 13 shots, stopped 12 of them, 5:55 left in the second period.
Looks like the goaltenders are also used to a bit of this sunlight from inside the dome as we're sitting just above high noon now, just after 1 o'clock. Breezewan makes that save look easy with the glove as he gets a face-off to the opposite side.
Tied up along the wall. There is Jackson Kramer getting his man up against the boards. It'll shake free for McDougall. McDougall now catches a couple on the blue line, napping, and he'll bring it right back in. Zayd McDougall then unable to get it deep as he's stripped of the puck. Back up. This is going to be offside, though, as jumping a little eager into the zone is Klimke. I think he knows it. Just going to plead his case a bit, but Nash Klimke almost had to step in on a breakaway.
Yeah, it was a good look for Nash earlier there, just off that blue line. He was just too quick and eager to get over the blue line to reach that puck. He needed to kind of do more of an L curve as opposed to a straight B line diagonal.
We got our producing team trying to slow this down even more and zoom in.
If they could find the view from behind the net, the preview view that we have.
The behind the net view, yes. Yeah, would have our answer, but I don't know if you could do that because it wasn't the camera that was recording the play. We'd have to go into the iPad and grab that, but nonetheless, even if we do find conclusive evidence, we aren't going to change their mind.
No, not now.
Not anymore.
The play is on the go.
So
the jury is met. The jury of two met, and that was deciding no goal.
It did look weird coming off of that crossbar. That makes you believe it might have been under it. St. Louis will work it back in. Cut into the slot. St. Louis shot. Up and over the net. Rebound. And Breezewan gets the pad down.
Yeah, good to get him.
Out in front. Backhand chance. Chinsky, another one. And cleared away by the defense of Saskatchewan. Breezewan's been great.
He had to be quick on both of those chances. Not only the one off the boards, but the one came right out in front of the ice. Down on the pads he goes and makes a good, strong save with the pads.
Knocks off the leg. Here of Steven. Steven wide and sent all the way back down.
That's one of those instances, again, where we see the forwards making a change and not paying attention to the defenseman trying to carry the puck in. We see that offside call.
We're getting confirmation here that apparently they're saying crossbar.
Well, if they say crossbar, I got to see video evidence now.
Martin back down. You're not going to let that one go, eh?
Prove me wrong.
Back squeezed up along the wall. Hey, I was with you. I thought it went in, but I'll trust our team if they're saying crossbar. 4 minutes left. It is still 1-0. Plus, if it's crossbar, it makes it a one-goal game, and we got a heck of a finish here.
That's exactly it.
Still 4 minutes remaining in the second period. 15-4. Shots on goal favor Alberta as they go right back to work down low. Hustling after it is Cade Greening. Trying to send it up the boards. Knocked free. Kennedy there. Greening there. Renneberg there. 3 for Saskatchewan. On top of the puck, I believe, was Martin. He's our goal scorer. And Renneberg will find it. LaBelle couldn't get to it. Now brought in offside by Tucker Tilsley. And we're going to stop it to play with 3:33 remaining here in the second.
15-4 are the shots here in favor of Team Brick Alberta. They've been the busier of the offenses. Just haven't been able to get many shots on Nault here in the second to create any type of offense or any type of pushback are the Saskatchewan Junior Pats.
Brian will lift it up now. Anderson rolling puck, trying to drag it in. Does St. Louis back for it. Left the puck behind him. Anderson trying to fish it off the wall. Has a little trouble, but gets it to Schendel. Schendel around the boards. Anderson skates after it. St. Louis now gets his stick lift. Found by Savage on the wall. Stops up, puts the brakes on, and drives back into the corner. Around Anderson, out in front. This one to the point. Byer will hold it in. Knifes the backhand down low in towards the corner wall. Anderson gonna scoop it up. Schendel behind the net, looking to center, twisting and turning. Knocked off the puck by Gillespie. Gillespie now rides it up the boards. How about the play by Brian to hold it in for Saskatchewan? Covered with Schendel, and he'll send it back down.
Great job by Brian, and Bear supporting him just in case it does squeak by, so Team Brick doesn't have a full clear path to the net.
Schendel collides with a bouncing puck at the line. Byer trying to hold and unable to do so. Forcing Grand now to touch it up, but when he did, there was still a man offside. We're going to stop it to play, 2:55.
Fresh players for both teams here as we finish up this second period. Good battle so far. Very close game, lots of end-to-end action. Just the junior Pats not getting as many shots registered as Team Brick.
Nagy along to a far side scrum as he ties up with Ian Kim. 1 point on that lone goal for Kim. St. Louis back battling. Pardon me, that was Easton Martin trying to prevent the puck from getting out and doing so, and now a shot from Odie, and that one kicked away by Breezewall. Breezewall in the corner. Back down low for White, or Kim. Kim now tied up, so Odie drives in there with Gran. Minute and 50 left in the second period. Back up top. Long shot. Ireland, and a bouncing one right in front of Breezewall, able to cover that one up.
Good that Breezeball was square to that puck as Ireland let the dropper go, and it bounced about 4 feet in front of Breezeball. A heavier bounce than normal. We don't really see the puck bounce like that, but the water on the ice, in the middle of the ice, certainly because of the sun shining through the dome, you can definitely see a discrepancy between where its puck has been off the wall, compared to where the ice is in the middle of the, it still looks like it's freshly shaved.
Kim back around far side. As Phillips trying to clear for Saskatchewan. We're nearing 1 minute left here in the second period. 1-0 the score for Brick Alberta. As jumping on this one is Rowan Odie. He'll roll it up inside the attacking zone. Fanned on the shot, but it almost trickled right through. And out comes Kessler Kennedy. He's got LaBelle with him. Kennedy wide, shoots, blocked in front by St. Louis. St. Louis got stripped back by Kennedy. Kennedy now knocked off the puck. Trying to force it out, last minute of play. Jackson Kramer into the mix. Also there, Carter White. Back onto the stick of Hayden Swain. And it'll go up for Renneberg. Here's Callan Renneberg.
Trying to wait for his forward to get from the change, which he does.
And Phillips back into his own zone. 30 seconds left here in the second period. Maybe one last rush here for Schendel. Schendel got enough room to get around the defense. Chips it into the slot. Cleared away. Out to the line. Rolling puck. Phillips.
We got a delayed penalty against Team Brick as they touch it up here. Might be St. Louis with the hold. We'll see which defenseman gets the call. As we saw a 2-on-2 work there between the Pats and the Brick. I'm sorry, it won't be St. Louis. It'll be Swain. He was playing the left side, so they don't get St. Louis with the rough slash hold. They get Swain with the hold to give the junior Pats their power play.
Gran pushed it forward. Not a lot of time to work with here in the second period. They will have a remaining power play in the third unless Gran has seen enough. Gran almost walked out to the front of the net. 5 seconds left. And Alberta will send it down the distance. But this one will time expire as there is about half a second left on the clock with the puck crossed the goal line. But they're going to let that ride off, and finished of 2 periods of play. 1 period remains here in the fourth game. We're halfway through the final day of round robin. It's a 1-0 Team Brick Alberta lead over Saskatchewan.
Team Saskatchewan is unable to develop any offense that's continuous against Team Brick, and Team Brick is one of those teams that's shown us throughout the week that they don't make a lot of mistakes. They're very conscious with puck control, and when they do cough it up, it's usually in the offensive zone. When it is in the defensive zone, they're quick to pick it up, grab the loose rebounds, and they've really helped out their goaltender, Brindley Nault here, to make sure that there hasn't been a lot of loose rebounds and second chance opportunities for the junior Pats.
1-0 Alberta. After 2 periods of play, we'll get the highlights pulled up for you and ready to go when we start the 3rd period right here in West Edmonton Mall at the Brick Invitational on ASTV.
Welcome to Pilot Mountain Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot Mountain Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment. At Collins Hotel, we have you and your family's comfort in mind. Relax in one of our 16 suites featuring king or queen size beds and 36-inch TVs. Suites also include a mini fridge and other kitchen appliances to make your stay as comfortable as possible. During your stay in Pilot Mound, visit Weiser's Restaurant, our attached family-friendly restaurant and bar. It is the perfect location to host group meals, dine with the family, or unwind after a hockey game. Come in and meet our friendly staff offering daily specials on food and drinks, Wing Night Wednesdays, Buffet Fridays, and multiple TVs to watch the game. Weiser's is the place to be. Collins Hotel and Weiser's Restaurant and Bar, located across the street from Blackjack Stewart Arena off Highway 3 in Pilot Mound.
Welcome back into West Edmonton Mall. Rory McGorn along with Theo Touchluck. Game 4 and 1 period remained. 1-0 after one, as both teams playing a good defensive game, especially Alberta eliminated Saskatchewan to just 4 shots on net.
Certainly doing a good job on both sides of the ice. And before we get to that replay, did a little bit of research for tomorrow, July 9th, day 6. It will be a cross playoff, as the Wigston second will play the Styles third in the first in game 43, and then it will be the Styles second versus the Wigston third in game 44.
So there is the crossover there. So those teams will get to meet a different one. Of course, the teams that get the bye will get to meet someone they haven't played all tournament long.
They haven't, and then semifinal A will take on Styles 1. Semifinal B will take on Wigston 1.
So another
potential double crossover in the afternoon affairs, depending on who wins that matchup between second and third.
Wouldn't it always be a double crossover?
Well, if the two Wigston, so if Wigston second beats Styles third, then it could be a Wigston in the Saturday game afternoon.
Oh, I think the crossover is second and third of each division will play each other.
That is the original crossover. And then if there's
second of Wigston plays third of Styles.
Yes.
Second, gotcha. The crossover happens in the semis, not in the conference.
No, not
gotcha.
Yet. So we're going to take a quick look at the lone goal here. As we see from the corner, it gets up to the point, not up to the point, and over to the shooter. And then again, we see it's off that defenseman and over the glove of Brisebois to still give us that 1-0 lead.
As it was Martin, the trigger man, with his goal. It's the lone goal on 17 shots, and now Brisebois has faced just under 60 shots throughout the tournament. And a busy netminder. Odie looks like he'll take the face-off for Alberta. Coming in is Kennedy for Saskatchewan. One last little quick message by Team Alberta. It'll be a power play for Saskatchewan when they come out. It's Kennedy, LaBelle, and Renneberg, the top line, along with McDougall and Phillips on the point.
And they could certainly use a power play goal here to notch it back up 1-1. They've been kind of snake bitten on the offensive side of things.
Olsen and Odie. As a penalty is just going up right now to Callum Beattie.
The netminder.
Not the netminder.
Oh, the forward. Right, that's
Lachlan
right.
Beattie's the netminder, who's not in the game. He's on the bench.
He's on the bench.
Callum Beattie in the game. Renneberg back out, but I'm not sure what that is. We'll have to wait for the announcement if it was unsportsmanlike after the whistle ended of the second period. As bringing it back out, McDougall back around the net. He'll send it across for Renneberg. Gillespie trying to knock it down. Renneberg driving it in, taking it wide around the defenseman. Almost a chance for Renneberg inside of the net. He's knocked down to the ice, no call. 35 seconds gone here. Up towards the point, McDougall will dust it off, and on the shot. Had traffic developing in front as well. It's 4-on-4 for another minute and 1 second. Still haven't had an announcement about what the penalty to Callum Beattie. Is Phillips into the corner. White drives it into the corner, so it's actually 0 for 1 on the power play now is Saskatchewan. Shot coming. It's 2 minutes for delay a game for Saskatchewan, and it's actually just being served by Callum Beattie.
But delay a game how? Like getting on the ice before the third started? Teams were both ready to go?
Could have been that. It could have been maybe one of the players didn't have their neck guard on. Also would be considered delay a game. We don't know the exact reason, but it was a bench minor for delay of game. And it was just Beattie serving it. So Beattie didn't do anything wrong to get unsportsmanlike or anything, but back comes White. Poke checked off the puck. Savage will follow it up. And back comes Savage down the right wing, trying to drag it around, inside, outside around Ireland. Savage back down low. LaBelle now in behind the net. Trying to feed it out to Savage. Hopped over his stick. 7 seconds left here, 4-on-4, and then the Brick Alberta are going to get a brief power play for about 17 seconds long. In comes Steven. Wide. Now dips in. The smooth skating defenseman leaving for Grand, lifting a backhand shot, and that one over the net.
Junior Pat's going 2-2 now, as the Bell was playing forward there most of that game, most of that shift.
Now Blake. Brian around the net. Byers in there as well. St. Louis hard off the boards, and this one runs into Hipkins, who was just inside, and we're going to stop it to play. 12:54 left in the third period.
That'll bring us back to 5-on-5 hockey between both the Team Brick and Junior Pats, as we still find out perhaps later on why the delay game was called, but nonetheless, both penalties are finished. And we should see an extra player here for White. There we go.
Coming back out now is Savage. And the face-off pushed out by Odie. Off the boards. Going to be rolled back by Savage. Far side, Anderson. Anderson rolling in. Snapshot. This one into the crest of the goaltender in Nault. Now a 6-shot. Nault's face stopped them all.
Anderson with the quick snapshot, having Savage there right on the doorstep should there be a rebound, and Savage and Sendel just couldn't provide a screen on time for Anderson, as that shot was easily seen by Nault.
Schendel on the draw. Face-off one back. Odie. Going to roll this one around the wall for Alberta is Cohen St. Louis, my apologies. Now Brian hops over his stick. Back out in front of the goalie and Breezeball. Been strong today, stopping 16 of 17. Byer around the boards. Off the bench came Anderson. Couldn't get to it first. Forced back along the half wall. Odie there. Anderson there. Cleared away. Here's Brian around the net, the defenseman. Trying to lean up against the forward while marching the puck down the board. Savage is going to help him out. And Savage will clear it outside. Across center. Savage dipping into the attacking zone. Knife in the backhand around the net. Stick checked back behind. In towards the half wall for Byer. He'll throw that stick into the lane, knock it free from St. Louis. Or pardon me, it was Klimke, and now Klimke's lost his stick. Both teams trying to kind of settle down this bouncing puck. The ice might have something to do with it, as the sun was beaming down on it for a better half of 2.5 hours or so. And Schendel out in front, bouncing again, rolling towards the defense. It'll be lifted over the stick of Brian. An odd man rush here. A pass came early, and Martin may be better advised to take that in and wait for Chinsky to get set up. And that will allow Saskatchewan to break it back out.
Yeah, Chinsky wasn't ready for the puck, thinking Martin was going to cover it and bring it through so they could set up a 2-on-1.
Penalty coming for LaBelle as the forward got the stick up and under the skates of, I think it was Dinsmore, or pardon me, Gillespie. He went hard into the wall, looks to be shaken up, helped out by his teammates heading back.
Yeah, he went into those boards pretty hard after being tripped up by LaBelle.
It was Tucker Tilsley, the one that got tripped up. So LaBelle to the bench for 2 minutes, and Alberta back to the power play, brought to you by Kachuk Advisory Group and Scotia Wealth Management. Knocked around the boards. This one, Gillespie, Hebert, into a battle. Gillespie won it, knocked it down the wall. Odie ties up with his man into the high slot. It rolls to the point. Slap shot, pad save, rebound chance, and unable to get the handle on it. Klimke put it back into the corner. Now working it back out off a leg. And Nagy going to come out. He gets tripped up now, and that's going to be a penalty against Alberta. And we'll have 4-on-4 action for a minute and 33.
Kramer was looking for the pass to the defense, but it was intercepted by the Junior Pats, and he got his stick stuck in between, and he's going to even this up, making it a 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute 33. 17-6 are our shot totals in favor of Team Brick.
One back to the point, some open ice now at the blue line. Steven sends a wrist shot in. Savage working against the boards. It's peeled out by Gillespie. Now stripped by Kennedy. Kennedy will dip back in. Savage is onside. Kennedy wide. Savage to the net. Looking to shake off the defenseman there in St. Louis. Up top for Greening, and slips between his skates. Racing for it was Kim, and Stevens getting across to knock it free. Chinsky battling. Kim falls down. Savage, Kennedy, Greening, all in the mix. Greening will find the puck and peel it back D-to-D. Cross for Stevens. In across center ice. Slap shot long distance. Near side post as it screamed by that. Good little poke check by Kennedy in the attacking zone, but Gillespie will follow it up. Whip it back, trying to get a Carob off the back wall. He does. Paddle down for Breezewall. Had to be careful on that one. Steven in his own zone. Side steps the forward, checking Martin. Steven going end to end, and then finally knocked off the puck. 28 seconds left of 4-on-4 before Saskatchewan will get another power play.
Brittany Knoll pulling the flash on the leather, making an easy save on Grant as we get a shift change here for the junior Pats.
Anderson, Schendel, McDougall, and Phillips coming back onto the ice. Schendel will take the draw here against Carter White. White's going to win it. Gets that stick down first and sweeps it back to his defenseman in Ireland. Back out of the zone. Sorry, it was Tilsley, so good to see him back on the ice after going hard into the back wall. He's battling is Olsen. Other defenseman in the mix is Swain. Grabbed by Schendel, and Ireland, or Tilsley, the one to get back. Tilsley now into the corner. Poke checks the puck off Anderson. Good shift for him. First one back since colliding with that wall.
And junior Pats are going to have a short 17-second power play here as we get them back to the 5-on spot.
Swain across. Sent out ice. Brought back by Kennedy. Kennedy wide. Sent back into the corner. Now up top to McDougall. Back to Kennedy. Here we come on 5-on-5, and now it won't be. It'll be a full power play for Saskatchewan. 8:43 left in the third period, and they're going to get a full 2-minute 5-on-4 man advantage.
McDougall and Kennedy playing tic-tac with each other, and it looks like it's going to be Swain with the hook. He's looking skyward saying, what did I do? But the stick became parallel to the ice surface, and he will sit in the box as we will have 5-on-4 action. Actually, there's just one guy in the box for Team Brick. McDougall and Beyer are going to play defense here for the junior Pats.
Up towards the line, McDougall bouncing it in, dragging it across. Now Beyer in towards the slot. LaBelle will move it down low for Kennedy. Kennedy shakes off Gillespie, walks in. Kennedy stopped by the post. May have been the glove of Nault as well, and then iron. LaBelle backhands it up top. Here's Beyer. LaBelle into the corner, out in front, Renneberg, and knocked away, but Kessler Kennedy's going to get it in the corner. Kennedy spins back towards the wall, works off it, shot in front. No one can find it, slips to the point, Beyer lets one rip. Now Renneberg. Beyer trying to shake off Odie. He'll get rubbed out along the wall. Renneberg picks it up across ice for Kennedy. All the first 55 seconds has been hemmed into Alberta's zone, but Saskatchewan can't beat Nault yet. Kessler, and he's broken off the puck to the applause of the Brick crowd, and then sent out to center ice. Beyer sends it right back in. Slapped by St. Louis. At the line, McDougall driving down, sweeps it towards the slot. Cleared by Odie, and all the way down the ice is Rowan Odie. Got that one.
Not a lot of offense from the front of the net. Everything was kept to the sides. Good job by Team Brick.
Olsen gonna throw it back around. Anderson clearing it up the boards. And now Schendel. Schendel comes in wide. Gonna try to stretch it across. Great pass to Anderson, and unable to bounce that one towards the net. Stick checked in front by Tilsley. Back comes Alberta. That's going to just about do it for the power play as Odie, long distance shot. Stopped by Breezewall. Odie makes his presence felt. Breezewall will cover it. 6:43 left. End of the power play for Saskatchewan.
No shots recorded there by the junior Pats on Brindley Nault. Shot there onto Breezewall. Gets the face-off down low. Some much-needed time outside of the defensive zone for the Team Brick as they were hemmed in for quite a long period of time of that power play. Just unable to record many shots, any shots really, were the junior Pats.
We get timeout here being called by, I believe, the Brick Alberta. 17-7, the shots on goal. Yes, Alberta with the 30-second timeout. They'll have the offensive zone draw, trying to get that insurance marker. As we mentioned prior, Brick Alberta will be guaranteed a playoff spot already, regardless of the outcome in this game. Saskatchewan trying to find their first victory of the tournament.
I think the big discussion here for Team Brick is to not sit back so much and let the play come to them, rather still continue to force the play and get it out of their zone. It's one of those things when you have that 1-0 lead, you like to sit on it a bit and not really attack so much. But without attacking, you're then playing more complacent defensive hockey, and you don't want to give any added chances to Saskatchewan here. Even though they haven't recorded as many shots, they've been spending a lot more time in their offensive zone, have been the Saskatchewan Junior Pats.
All right, now Alberta with the offensive zone face-off, and it's carried right away by Saskatchewan. Brian sends it in. It'll be just covered by Nault as they'll take a quick break. Now Brick Alberta going to have to try to get it out of their zone, or I wonder if we're going to see a timeout called by Saskatchewan now. Still plenty of time, 6:30. I think they're going to drop the puck, let it go. No timeout for Saskatchewan. Brian rattles it off a pad. Great play by Hipkins. Rolling puck, trying to get wide around Steven. Hipkins gets knocked down to the ice. Pops back up, but in that time, Saskatchewan on the wall. Now to the middle. Schendel will take it wide. Looking to get around St. Louis. Poke checked off the puck, gets it back, slides it across near side to Savage. Savage out in front. Nault had that paddle, preventing it from getting to the blue paint. Knocked it back himself. Greening sends it in. Tied up along the wall. It's St. Louis. It's Savage. Or Anderson minded me. Back into the corner. Tilsley sidesteps Schendel. Now walks around Anderson. Great play here from Tilsley. Taking it all the way down himself. Tucker Tilsley still on it. Now centers it. And somehow just couldn't find the trigger there in front was Olsen. But Tucker Tilsley, a great individual rush for the defenseman.
And the seeing eye pass to the front of the net.
Gran, long wrist shot, this one wide. Under 6 minutes to play, 5:20 to be exact. Steven will scoop it up in his own zone. Rolling puck again, trying to giving these players difficulties here in this fourth game. We'll see if that persists throughout the day. Look at Grant skinning through a couple bodies, one down on the ice. Finds a little bit of real estate, knocks into the attacking zone. Fortunately for him, couldn't hold it there for much long as Chinsky will bring it back out. Trying to do the same around the wall. Stevens gives him a little ride against the boards. Found by Kim. Kim back behind the net. Steven, chance in front. Chinsky as it went off his leg. Rowan Odie back around the net. Kim tied up. Kim trying to jam it out towards the corner. Gets it back. This one off a leg. Gran now trying to get after it. Chinsky twisting and turning. He shook off Gran. Now he shoots this one up and over the net. And we found in the corner. Chinsky in towards the slot. Cleared free. Gran. He escapes the zone. 4:10 left here in the third period. It's 1-0 for Brick Alberta. Sent out by Greening. Is this going to be icing?
No, they waved it off.
It's waved off. D to D. Gillespie. Hard down the ice. It hits a body, but followed up by Martin. He's got the lone goal in the game. Can he have two? Fires, fanned, and then in front of him, flustering him up, was Byer. Back behind the net. After it. Pass in front. Was trying to get towards it was Martin. Also in the play is Merrick Fetter. Fetter, a big power forward, trying to stay in that corner. In the attacking zone, Saskatchewan will outnumber. Now carrying it out is Byer. Lost possession. Support from Renneberg. Kessler Kennedy helped out. Renneberg, Byer. It's Odie for the Brick Alberta and Fetter. And another good shift there from that line as they hemmed in Saskatchewan for another minute or so as they're down to 3 minutes. Back comes Kennedy trying to shake free and poke checked off the puck by Tilsley. He's been strong in this game.
He has certainly been, and great job by Tilsley using his offensive skill to get the puck into the zone, but also playing defense there. Again, not making too many mistakes as Team Brick.
Team Brick looking for their second shutout of the tournament. It'll be the first for Nault as Lavalley has the other one. Now into the corner. Renneberg up top with the bank pass. McDougall walks the line. Didn't like the read towards the net. Sent it back down low. Now it is ensued in towards the corner zone. Played back up top. McDougall finds Beyer. He'll front one right tipped in front. And this one unable to get a lot of on it is Anderson. Couldn't get enough wood and just deflected it. It was still ended up wide. Back out for Hipkins. McDougall, Hipkins. Kramer battling in towards the corner wall. It's Beyer. Leading up ice, trying to hit Renneberg. Forced back in. Under 2 minutes now to play. St. Louis shot stopped by Brisebois, and he'll hold it. And St. Louis got that one through the open lane as seas sort of parted, but Brisebois on the other side, because of that, saw it the whole way, made the save, and held on for a whistle.
Saw it the whole way, able to control that rebound as it bounced just in front of him off the paddle. Will we see Brisebois leave the net in the next little bit once Saskatchewan's able to get possession and get into the Team Brick zone? They are still trailing one as we look for, yep, there's Coach Lugood making the timeout call. He's got the whiteboard in hand, looking to draw up a play here or two. One, probably to get out of the zone, and two, an offensive zone attack somehow to get Junior Pats a good quality chance against Brindley Nault, who hasn't been the busiest of the two goalies. Only faced 7 shots as 18 have been sent towards Brisebois now.
Yeah, both goaltendies, that works.
Tenders,
Both goaltenders have been really sharp in this game. You mentioned the opportunities that Brick's created that haven't been on the board, or that Saskatchewan's created as well that haven't been on the board. A couple off the crossbar, a few breakaways that they ran out of real estate and pushed wide. So Saskatchewan's been all around the net.
A lot of bank shots off the side of the net. A lot of, good stirring B commotion in front, just unable to get clear shots, and a lot of block shots by the Team Brick team in front of Nault.
Back up Gillespie, cross ice, stopped and shot. This one tracked by Brisebois. As just getting it back towards net front is Cohen St. Louis.
St. Louis letting that high rainbow shot go, but Gillespie's able to glove that down, not leaving a rebound as there were 3 red jerseys waiting for it.
Well, you're going to want to stick around for next game as we'll fill you up in next stoppage to play. Gillespie fires this one. Hammers off a body of wide. Saskatchewan can't get out of their own zone. Still a lot of time, though. 1:40. Played back up. Little nifty give and go to the line. Slap shot wide. Steven. Here's Beyer. Expect to see Brisebois towards the net as soon as they try to get out of the zone. It'll be Kennedy. Watched by Kim. Takes it around the net, does Kessler Kennedy, flips it up on for Savage, knocks it past the blue line. That's as far as he's going to get, though. Now Kennedy in across center, into the attacking zone. Here goes Brisebois. Brisebois doesn't hear the call, though. They get towards the net and sent all the way down, and good thing he didn't hear it, because this one just would have rolled wide anyways. Now I assume at the icing, you're going to get Brisebois to the bench. 58 seconds and a 6-on-5.
Couple of non-timeout times here as they're trying to organize everything. 58 seconds, like you said. There is Brisebois on the bench, bringing the extra attacker for the Junior Pats. Hopefully they can stir up some kind of offense in front of Nault. And if so, maybe tie this game up.
It'll be Kennedy, Beyer. Looks like Gran, Anderson, a chance. Kennedy in the slot. Had no window to take the shot. 50 seconds left. Gran, nice little move, creates some separation in towards the corner. Saskatchewan being held to the outside so far, and now it's turned over, going for the net. Is it going to have enough? It's got a little bit of a curl to it, and no, Steven back for it. As one of the players lost their stick, Beyer going to go end-to-end here, sweeping through center, taking it wide, shot just wide of the net. Anderson now at the line, held in by Gran. Looks like that one squeezed out, but Nonetheless, second effort definitely comes out. 12 seconds left. One last rush for Grand. Trying to drag it in. Grand now undresses a player. Grand shoots, fanned on it, tied up. Brick Alberta will send it to center ice. 2 seconds left, and it's a shutout win for Brick Alberta. A 1-0 victory over Saskatchewan in a very close game. And Alberta will head into the playoffs with a 4-2 record.
A defensive matchup between neighboring provinces here, as Saskatchewan just unable to use that man advantage with the last 58 seconds to tie this game up. It means a 1-0 victory for Team Brick, and they go in to this championship Saturday with a bit more motivation and a bit more momentum with the W.
Well, Brick Alberta guaranteed to place in third place in that division. So they will take on second place into the Wigston division. But the thing is, we won't know who that is until the end of the day today, because it technically could be the Bulldogs, it could be Toronto Pro Hockey, and it could be Manitoba.
3 teams still in the mix.
And all 3 of those teams could finish in any order of second, third, and fourth. One of them is going to be out of the playoffs. 2 of them are going to be in. The only thing we know is who's safe is Minnesota.
Yes, because they were able to secure that bye position earlier this morning.
Minnesota will play tomorrow afternoon. We'll find out if it's Connecticut or Montreal that's also going to get the bye. If Connecticut picks up any points at all, they'll be first place in the Styles division, which would leave Montreal second and the Brick Alberta third.
But still, lots to decide here as final Friday of the round robin action continues.
Well, we're going to find out a lot more after the game coming up in about 10 minutes' time, as the Toronto Bulldogs will take on Manitoba Junior Ice. And here's how this will break down if you get ready to do the 3 stars of the game. If the Toronto Bulldogs defeat the Manitoba Junior Ice in any way, the Ice will be eliminated, and it will be Toronto Bulldogs, Toronto Pro Hockey, and Minnesota in the playoffs in the Wigston division. If Manitoba Junior Ice can defeat the Toronto Bulldogs in regulation, and then Toronto Pro Hockey loses their game, then it will be Minnesota, Toronto Bulldogs, and Manitoba Junior Ice. If Manitoba Junior Ice defeats Toronto Bulldogs in regulation by more than 2 goals, and Toronto Pro Hockey wins their game, then it's Minnesota, Toronto Pro Hockey, and Manitoba Junior Ice. Nonetheless, if Toronto Bulldogs beat Manitoba, you know the 3, you just don't know the order. Well, that's where things stand as we wrap up the final game. And Nault, the 3rd star of the game, the goaltender for Alberta. And Brisebois going to get the 2nd star of the game, no doubt about it. He stopped 16 of 17 shots faced. Hey, 1st star of the game, going to guess your goal scorer. And Easton Martin with the goal, the lone goal that Team Brick Alberta will take on a victory 1-0 over Saskatchewan Junior Pats. And that's going to do it for us. Stick around on ASTV as we come up with the biggest game of the evening. Toronto Bulldogs against Manitoba Junior Ice, followed by Connecticut Junior Rangers taking on the Boston Junior Bruins. That will determine who finishes first in the Styles division. Connecticut needs whatever point. And then we got Toronto Pro Hockey taking on the Detroit Red Wings. Toronto Pro Hockey will know sort of what they need to accomplish in that game following 2-10, following the Bulldogs and Manitoba. So you know you'll have all Toronto Pro Hockey players watching that game to see if their game needs to win and you're in, or if they're already in, because if the Bulldogs take out Manitoba, it is Toronto Pro Hockey, Toronto Bulldogs, and Minnesota coming in. And then we would have our 6 teams set after the game at 2:10 if the Bulldogs are victorious. All that, of course, starting tomorrow. Going to be an exciting day. as we're going to get the third place team of the Styles taking on the second place team of the Wigston at 7:30 a.m. And then the opposite, the Wigston's third place against the Styles second place at 9:10 a.m. Then a little bit of a break as we'll get the semifinal A with the first place of the Styles taking on the winner of the semifinals at 2:10, and the first place of the Wigston, which is Minnesota, taking on the semifinals at 3:50. So Minnesota is actually going to be the last game of the day tomorrow. Who they're playing, anyone's guess, as we'll go down to ice level now, who's joined with Theo Tuchteluk and today's third star of the game, and Nault, the goaltender for Team Brick Alberta.
Theo here with ASTV. Great game. 1-0 shutout for our netminder Brindley. No, Brindley, did you feel, how'd it feel out there?
It felt really good. I'm proud of myself.
Good shutout. Not too many shots, but what did your team do in front of you that helped out?
They took away the puck, they caused turnovers, and they blocked shots.
How does it feel to be the hometown team? Lots of fans, is there added stress because of that?
No, it gives me energy.
He likes the energy, he likes the crowd. Brindley, because you're home, who would you like to say hi to?
I would like to say hi to my mom, my dad, my brothers, my grandma, and my grandpa.
Whole family taken into account. Thanks, Brindley, very much, and shutout for tonight's game.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring in our second star here. The opposing goalie facing 19 shots, saving all 18. Luke, great game out there. Did the sun play a factor for you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit there. Tell me about the game. How is it warm on the ice? Is it cold on the ice? What's it like playing in the mall?
It gets pretty warm out there because the sun and your gear.
Great job out there. Who'd you like to say hi back home?
I like to say hi to my cousin watching all our games.
Very nice. I say hi to the cousin. Great job out there. Well done, Luke. Thanks so much. And we'll bring in our first star, the lone goal scorer, Easton Martin. Easton got lucky with that shot, but it looked pretty good. Tell us through.
So, our team we set up a play, we talked together, and it worked out pretty good.
Was it kind of stressful those last couple seconds playing with the goalie pulled and having to play 6-on-5?
It's really stressful. One wrong move and it's in the net. And then you gotta play again.
Perfect. Now, last question I get to ask you. Now going into championship weekend, what's the best thing to do to get ready for the next game?
Stretch, eat healthy, get prepped, watch your games. That's it.
That's it. Easton's got a game plan ready to go. And there you have it. Our 3 stars from today's game, a 1-0 win for Team Brick Alberta. This is Theo from ASTV. We're going to get you set up and ready for our 2:10 matchup coming up right after this.